comfortable, on the street, and there's no one else to guide you through the maze that is life inside those projects, except for you start looking up to them. And that's how I got into the street life.
Oh, honey, buckle up, because today we're peeling back the layers on one of the most iconic figures in hip-hop, a man who went from hustling in the streets to rubbing shoulders with billionaires. But behind the glitz and Grammys lies a chilling past that could have shattered his empire before it even began. That's right, we're talking about Jay-Z and his jaw-dropping history of violence that'll leave you speechless. You think you know his story? Oh, sweetie, think again. All right, let's get into it. Before he was Jay-Z, Sean Carter grew up in the Marcy projects of Brooklyn, a place where survival often meant doing whatever it took. Picture this: a young boy surrounded by the chaos of the crack epidemic, watching as his world crumbled under the weight of addiction and violence. From the get-go, life wasn't handing out golden tickets. But here's the plot twist. At just 12 years old, Jay-Z, yes, the man who now commands boardrooms, shot his own brother. Let me set the scene for you. Jay walked in on his older brother Eric stealing his jewelry. Eric was battling addiction, and young Sean, in a moment of rage and fear, grabbed a gun. One pull of the trigger later, and Eric was bleeding. Jay has since admitted he was terrified, thinking his life was over before it had even started. And here's the kicker. Eric refused to press charges. Talk about family drama, right? Fast forward a bit, and Jay-Z's life didn't exactly smooth out. In the streets, he wasn't just a bystander, he was in the game. Drugs, turf wars, and semi-automatic weapons became the backdrop of his teenage years. He's opened up about how easy it was to get caught in the cycle, where human life felt expendable. But somehow he managed to dodge the traps that ensnared so many others. Or did he? Now, if you thought that was intense, let's talk about the infamous stabbing incident of 1999. By this point, Jay-Z was already a household name, riding high on the success of his album Volume 3. But with fame came new enemies. Enter Lance Rivera, a record executive accused of bootlegging Jay's album. The tension came to a head at a Manhattan nightclub during a listening party for Q-Tip's album. Words were exchanged, tempers flared, and next thing you know, Lance was bleeding from a stab wound.
Brief conversation, and I was looking at him like, what are you talking about? And you fucking the money up right now. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you're bucking right now, bro. You getting ready to...
Jay-Z turned himself in and was charged with assault, later pleading guilty and receiving 3 years of probation. But here's where it gets murky. Some say Jay-Z wasn't the one who wielded the knife, that he took the fall to protect someone in his crew. Even Nas, during their infamous beef, called him out for allegedly letting his man take the blame. Whether or not Jay did the deed himself, the incident could have derailed his entire career. But instead of crumbling, he used it as a wake-up call. He's since referred to it as a moment of reckoning, realizing just how much he had to lose. Now let's sprinkle in a little more drama, shall we? In 2002, Suge Knight made wild claims that Jay-Z was kidnapped and robbed during a trip to Los Angeles. According to Suge, Jay was tied up and gagged.
I know about Jay-Z that he came to LA a few times. Snoop and Dre told him that when you're on the West Coast, you wrote a song for me, don't worry about nothing. Next thing I know, he was taped up, robbed, and gagged.
A humiliating ordeal that the rapper has never confirmed or denied. Whether it's true or not, it adds another layer of mystery to Jay-Z's already complicated story. And oh, we're not done yet. Let's jump to the ill-fated Best of Both Worlds tour with R. Kelly. What started as a promising collaboration between two music titans quickly spiraled into chaos. By the time the tour hit Madison Square Garden, things were so tense that R. Kelly accused Jay's crew of threatening him. The drama peaked when R. Kelly was pepper sprayed by one of Jay's associates, leading to lawsuits and a...
Going up the stairs, to go on stage, I was told, don't come up on stage, whatever, and then people started pepper spraying eyes. That doesn't deserve guidance at all.
Permanent rift between the two artists. Talk about a messy breakup, but let's not forget the more personal scandals. Who could forget the elevator incident in 2014? Surveillance footage showed Jay-Z being attacked by his sister-in-law Solange Knowles while Beyoncé stood by. Speculation ran wild, with many believing it was related to rumors of infidelity. Jay-Z later addressed the issue, admitting to his mistakes and vowing to do better. It was a rare glimpse into the vulnerabilities of a man who's often seen as untouchable. And speaking of being untouchable, Jay-Z's approach to conflict has evolved over the years. Gone are the days of physical altercations. Now he fights his battles in the courtroom. From lawsuits against former collaborators to allegations of bullying rivals into submission, Jay-Z's power moves have become more calculated. He's learned to wield his influence in ways that don't involve throwing punches or pulling knives. So, what's the takeaway here? Jay-Z's journey from the Marcy projects to billionaire status is nothing short of extraordinary. extraordinary, but it's also a cautionary tale. His past is a reminder of how easily everything can crumble when you're walking the tightrope between two worlds. Yet, it's also a testament to resilience, growth, and the ability to rise above even the darkest chapters. And there you have it, folks. From near-fatal family feuds to nightclub brawls and everything in between, Jay-Z's history of violence is as complex as the man himself. But love him or hate him, you can't deny that his story is one for the ages. So, what do you think? Has Jay-Z truly left his past behind, or is it still lurking in the shadows? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives. Until next time, stay messy.